Once I factor out the second term, the denominator has x minus 1 times x plus 3. Now I can decide, I can see what would be the least common denominator for this rational equation. So since both sides has x plus 3, so for sure x plus 3 would be a term of the LCD. The other one, this guy here, x minus 1, although x minus 1 doesn't appear here, but as long as they have the term exist there, you have to include the term into the LCD. So LCD for this rational equation would be x plus 3 times x minus 1. So now I'm going to multiply, let me change the color. I'm going to multiply LCD on both sides. So x plus 3 times x minus 1 equal x plus 3 times x minus 1. Alright, let me go change the color back. Okay, so the original equation was x plus 2 times x plus 3 plus 1 over x minus 1 times x plus 3. And the right hand side, there was 1 here, right? Okay, now we distribute. When I multiply this 2 with the first term, here I can cross out x plus 3. Then I will have x minus 1 times x plus 2 with the first term. Now plus. When I multiply this 2 with the second term, as here you can see, this 2 I can cross out, right? I can cross out for both. And then I only have the numerator remaining. So we will have plus 1 equal, this 2 multiplied with 1 is the same. So we'll have x plus 3 times x minus 1. Now the next step, we are going to distribute these 2. So x minus 1 times x plus 2, we will have x times x, we'll get the x squared. Here we can use the FOIL, the first 2. FOIL, right? So the second letter would be O, so it's the outside 2. So outside 2, let me change the color. Alright. Outside 2, that means this x multiplied with this positive 2. So 2 multiplied with x, we will get a positive 2x. The next one would be inside 2. So with the inside 2, we use the -1 to multiply with x. So it will turn to minus 1x. FOIL, the last one would be L. So with the L, that means the last 2. So with the last 2, we use the -1 to multiply with positive 2. So you get -2 plus 1 is equal. We same thing here. We use a FOIL. So the first 2, we will have x squared. Outside 2, we will have -x. Inside 2, we will have 3x, a positive 3x. The last 2, we will have 3 times -1, you get a -3. Now we clean up. I'm going to combine these 2 and combine these 2. Then we'll have x squared plus x minus 1 equal x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now we can cross out x squared on both sides. Then this 2x I'm going to bring to the left hand side. So we will have x minus 2x equal -3 plus 1. I bring the -1 to the right hand side, turn to a +1. This positive 2x I bring to the left hand side, turn to the -2x. Now we have -x equal -2. Divide by -1 on both sides, I get x equal 2. Now we solve for x. It's a particular solution. X equal 2, right? So, perfect. We done the job. However, you need to understand this is not a linear equation. It's not a one variable equation. The equation you have is a rational equation. So only thing you need to know when you have the rational equation, you just have to make sure the solution you solve, when you plug in back to the equation, the denominator never can not turn to a 0. If the solution make your denominator turn to a 0, then you cannot have it, right? Because a number divided by a 0 is undefined. So we don't want it. And when you solve it, after you solve for the solution, make sure you plug in back to your rational equation. So that you can double check whether the solution you got, whether it will make your rational equation turn to a 0 or not. So the 2, when I plug in the 2 back to here, let me change the color. When I plug in the 2 back to here, 2 plus 5 for sure, 2 plus 3 is a 5 for sure, it will not get a 0. When I plug in 2 to here, 2 to 4 plus 2 to 4 minus 3, for sure I will not get a 0, right? So 2, perfect, we solve it. 2 is a solution for this rational equation. It's a conditional. It's a conditional equation. Yeah, we saw it. Okay, so this would be the rational equation. All right, now we move to the next one. And I also post a video here. You can watch another example from another instructor. It will help you to understand better. Now, sometimes the equation it comes with more than one unknown variable. So you have to make sure you understand the question, which variable you have to solve for it. So for example, this is a formula deal with the temperature. So we have the Fahrenheit equal 9/5 Celsius plus 32. So now we are going to convert a Celsius, right, to the degree of the Fahrenheit. So we want to solve for the F equal this one, plus 9/5 C plus 32 for C. We are solving for C. So the way we can solve for C, the first step, we have to subtract 32 on each side. Then I will have F minus 32 is equal 9/5 multiplied with C. Keep in mind, our final target is C. It's a single C. So the only way I can get a single C, I have to get rid of the 9/5. And the only way I can get rid of 9/5, I need to multiply the reciprocal of the 9/5, which is 5/9. So since I multiply 5/9 to the right, based on the property of the equation, I have to multiply the same number to the other side of the equation. And then they still maintain the same equality. Now 5/9 multiplied with 9/5, they will reduce. Then the left hand side, I distribute, I will get a 5/9 Fahrenheit minus 5/9 times 32. So when you multiply with 32, I can treat the 32 like 32/1. Okay, equals C. Now, I'm going to let the C on the left hand side because that's the way we read the equation. X equals 5, right? We barely to read the 5 equals X. So we let the C on the left hand side. Now the right hand side, I'm going to clean up 5/9 Fahrenheit minus. When you multiply with two fractions, we just across multiply, right? The numerator multiply with numerator. So you'll have 1/60/9. Now you solve for the later equation C. This one we convert from the Fahrenheit into a Celsius equation. Alright, so this would be the section 1.1.